Welcome to day 1 of counting the Omer. My name is Tanya and I'm here to guide you through a 50-day spiritual practice, purification practice that most definitely, if you follow every day, if you really commit to this, it will bring you closer to the truth of who you are. You will see and understand God more clearly. It's like when we are embarking on this counting the Omer, this 50-day, that immediately when we set this intention, God is starting to work with us. And the mystic and the beauty and the magic will show itself for you through synchronicities, to deeper insights, more awareness. And you will also get to learn more about your feminine and masculine aspects, the divine feminine and masculine aspects within, and how you can use them, come into alignment with the godly aspects of them, and freeing yourself from the more human, masculine, feminine, man, woman idea we have. If you don't know anything about Kabbalah or counting the Omer, I recommend that you go online and search a little bit. Or if you want to, you can just follow me and allow this wisdom to be transmitted to you through my voice, through my transmissions. It's totally up to you. You don't need to understand it with your mind. You can allow the energy to work through you, within you. For me, there is always this beautiful balance of allowing the wisdom to come from within through my dreams and through my channeling experiences, and then trying to understand it and finding more written knowledge about it, what I experience on the inside. So this journey will probably be a little bit of both. I will share some things I find and read, and then I will share with you my dreams and my insights and how I perceive the energy and the qualities of the sephiroths we are in each day and the gate between them. So this first day I will not go so much into detail about the tree of life and how to understand that, but I will share with you how I perceive it. I perceive it like a hologram of a diamond. And when God shines its light on that diamond, it spreads out into 10 different colors. 10 different aspects of God. And you have this tree of life, you have this diamond within yourself. You have all these aspects of God within because you are created by God. In the name of God, in the image of God. And if you ever had an experience of awakening to that light and that love within, you know what I'm talking about. And if not, hopefully you will get closer during these 50 days. So you can perceive your own light, your own divinity, your masculine and feminine goddess and God within, your true essence, who you are. Let's start this journey into the desert, from slavery to liberation, with a prayer. Dear God, I feel so humble and lost as I'm stepping out to this unknown landscape. So I ask you kindly to shine up the road ahead for all of us walking this walk through the desert together, so we can find our way back home. I know your will is greater than mine, so please show me where I'm blind. Please align my will and my ability to create and manifest to be in alignment with yours. Show me how to serve in the best way, to guide in the best way. Show us all how we can release our false identity, our fears, and limited beliefs of who we are and why we are here, so we can fully come into realization of the truth. Dear Archangel Michael or Michael, support us with your courage and power and protection, your support, your sharp sword that cuts through all illusion. Please share with us your power there, Archangel Michael, and walk with us throughout the desert. Thank you. Amen. So day by day we will go from one Sephiroth to the next, and we will purify the gates between them, which means we are purifying ourself, our own existence, our own mind and body and heart and soul, so we can come closer. And today we are in the Sephiroth Chesed, and that aspect of the diamond of God within is the river of love. So one aspect of God is just pure unconditional love, continuously flowing into your soul, and from your soul continuously flowing into your existence, into your body, into your heart, into your mind. It's like a fountain. And when it runs over, when it's full, this love just wants to be shared. And the more we can tap into this river of love continuously flowing from the Garden of Eden, from paradise within, the easier it will be to share that love, to allow other people to receive it from us. And that's all we really need to do. To allow the love from love to flow through us and send it out into the world. And the only one who can have an experience of that river is you, by you going inside and tapping into that aspect of God. My mission, which I was told when I was channeling some years ago, is to heal the masculine and the feminine energies and bring them into union with each other. And for thousands of years, we have been having this misconception about God. The feminine aspect of God has been lost. So how can we truly understand God if we can't see the Holy Spirit? We will only create blasphemy and sin if we don't see that God is not a man in heaven. God is creation that can only happen if there's a feminine and a masculine, which this stream of life can flow between like a battery. And you are that channel which this flow of electricity and light and love flows through. You are kind of that battery manifested into a physical body form. It stays here only temporarily, the soul. And when you die, it just goes into a different form. Or it returns to light, to God. Merge with God again. So we are creators. From this flow of love coming through us continuously, it starts to spread out. It has a direction. And in this human form, it creates thoughts and words and feelings and experiences and action. And the more we can tune into the river of love, the more our mind, our thoughts, our words that we create within the mind, the picture we create within the mind, will become more and more in tuned. It will, like a radio, you are tuning into the right frequency. So the more we can tune into that pure love that God truly is, the more thoughts of love and peace and joy we will create within our own mind. And when we start to change this inner landscape within ourselves by tuning into this river, our experience here on earth will start to change. The words we start to speak will change. and the actions we are doing will start to change. But most humans, including myself, we are not aware of how we are continuously creating our reality from false ideas, from earlier past lives and karma. There are so many things that influence our mind at all times that we are kind of creating our own experience of being separated from it, separated from that love, separated from God and light. And this is really what is written about in the Genesis, when God created paradise and Adam and Eve, and Eve decides that she wants to go to earth and to learn about evil and good, the polarities, day and night, to understand herself as a creator, to see that all her creation, all her thoughts, all her words and actions and feelings has a consequence. So she decides she wants to have this experience. So she eats that apple and then she falls into earth, into this physical existence where suddenly she don't remember anymore. She forgot who she is, and Adam as well. And when we forget, we are mindless about our own creation. So we start to create energy which sometimes can be quite harmful and hurtful to ourselves and to others. And then this karma starts to come back to us. And this is where we are now. We have created so much karma upon karma upon karma that it's really hard to be a man and a woman and coming together into union, because there's so much trauma, there's so much separation, there's so many wounds that keeps us apart from each other and apart from ourselves. We have the energies, the masculine and the feminine energies within. So if we want to heal, we need to heal both aspects, and our wounds with the feminine and the wounds with the masculine, with our mother and father and so on. But the easiest way is to just tap into this river and just in a moment become free from all that karma. I was so lucky that I had an experience of awakening to this river of love some years ago. I was going through a very heavy period in my life where I had been sick for a long time, and then I discovered that I was sick from cancer. But I kind of knew that I had the power to heal myself. So I started to meditate every day. I already had like a yoga practice and a meditation practice. But at that time, I made it my mission to heal myself. And one day when I was meditating, I experienced this explosion of light within. and an explosion of love. And the felt sensation of that was goosebumps and this feeling of truth and of orgasmic energy within, like all the cells in my body were having like an orgasm. It was so filled with goosebumps within and without, and light exploding in every cell of my body. And that love that I felt when that happened is beyond anything else I've ever experienced. Never before and never after. And I felt such a joy. And all my fears of dying, all my fears of going through surgery and chemotherapy, everything was just gone in that moment. There was no fear in me anymore. And I stayed in that state for many months. And everything started to shift around me. My relationship with my ex-partner started to change. We started to share so much love. My relationships with my kids changed, and I started to connect with angels. I was in love with life itself, even though my body was kind of dying from cancer. And I had to go through that process of, surgery and chemotherapy and everything that kind of, the consequences it left with me with was a very, very tired body, which I'm still healing and recovering from after many years. But the thing is that this river of love has always been with me since that day. So I feel when I'm talking about God, this is this light. That was my only word I had when that happened with me, that this is God. And God is within me. How could I not know this? How could I not see this? How can we be here on earth not being aware that we are that light? God is not something to find outside of ourselves or someone outside judging us. There is no sin. There is no one judging. There is just energy and consequences of our actions. So I went on in this state for some months, and then all my shadows started to appear. And I really had to start peeling off all those layers, and I'm still in that process and probably will be as long as I'm walking this earth. But what I have understood is that God didn't send me to earth at this time without a mission. I definitely have a mission here, and that is to heal, and that is to guide people in the right direction so they too can experience this light. And at the same time, bringing awareness about trauma, about how we keep ourselves stuck and lost in the fear, and how this fear keeps us separated from each other and from God within. We are this beautiful rose, and the universe is continuously helping us to allow each rose petal to die, shedding our personality, our false identity, so we can get all the way into that rose hip, which contains and have this seed of life, this essence of life within it, which is who you are. You are this beautiful, beautiful, pure, pure rose as you are right now in this moment. There's no need to judge that beauty. But if you have many layers of personality, you are kind of kept out of that essence within, that rose hip within. And when we are able to tap into the essence, we become also very aware of how powerful we are. So these 50 days are very powerful days. And it requires some responsibility from you. Spiritual responsibility. So when we increase in our power as a spirit, as a soul, our actions will have bigger consequences if we are doing them with the wrong intentions and not being aware that we have an effect on people. And we are continuously co-creating our own experience. So tomorrow we will move further. This whole week we will stay in the container or the, let's say, the fountain of Chesed, this aspect of God, and we will see it in comparison and together with the other colors of God, the other aspects of God, and balance them, to contemplate and truly be brave to look within and to see where we hold resistance against this light, where we don't want to let go of the rose petals, even though it's natural for them to die one by one. Sometimes we hold on and we hold on and we hold on. And when we do that, what happens really is that the rose kind of dries out and it loses its aliveness and potential, and it can never really go into becoming that rose hip. So we kind of lose our chances, and maybe we have to come back and try again in a new life as a new rose. So welcome to this journey. I will do my best to share what comes through me from within and without during these 50 days. And I'm really looking forward to it. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section and I will read through them. On my Facebook, I have shared a text about this journey, and I recommend some books as well to read, which are really good to read each day, day by day, almost like a journal. And I can also recommend you to journal throughout these 50 days. And if you want to do this together with one person, that's probably the best, if you have one, to discuss with, to contemplate with, to have a mirror to you. Because it's so much easier to see the shadows in others than seeing them in ourselves. So we are not going to search for our shadows. They will come up by themselves because life is continuously giving us opportunities to go into them. But this process will give you the courage to go there when they appear. And also, if you read some of the books, especially one of them, Gates of Light, if you read that, it will definitely make you contemplate about yourself, your behavior, and your mindsets and your feelings. So I also wanted to share today that this morning I shuffled my tarot cards, and it was so beautiful because the card falling out was the Lover's card. And I don't know if you're familiar with tarot cards, but they are kind of, they are including all the symbolism within the Kabbalah. And the Lover's card is Adam and Eve in the paradise, the Garden of Eden, standing in front of the tree of life and the tree of wisdom, of good and evil. So a way to understand our journey here on earth is that we come here to understand what we are not. That we are not evil, but that we are good. And without this experience, without the night, without the darkness, without the pain, we would never be able to feel or experience pleasure, daylight, love, freedom, joy. So how could we have an experience of who we are if we were in the same state all the time? So maybe this was God's plan when He created the earth, that He wanted a place where one can go as a soul and understand more about who we truly are and how beautiful we are and what God is, and this love coming from God. If we were in that state all the time, there wouldn't be any contrast that showed us and gave us the experience. Yeah. So in the Lover cards, the sun is behind the angel, and I see that as God, as a beautiful glory behind the angel, working through the angel, sending the power of the angel down to Adam and Eve in paradise, supporting them when they are here on earth. And we have so much support, so much support. If only we could see how we are surrounded by angels and guides and ancestors. How the Spirit is continuously trying to help us and support us and show us the right way. But we kind of have to ask for it. We kind of have to make it like an intention to connect with that. Otherwise we will not feel it. Otherwise we will not see the synchronicities and the magic that is continuously unfolding before our eyes. And that is our potential to be here on earth and going through the up and downs, experience life as it is, the pain that we have to go through when we are giving birth. Only for us to receive that gift when the baby is being laid upon our chest. That love, that creation, that's how powerful we are. And I think we appreciate it more when we sometimes go through some darkness. But in the end, the ultimate freedom, the ultimate potential of the human experience is to be here on earth and experience our inner landscape, our inner world as paradise. And so perceive it as that from the outside as well. Because God is within everything and everyone. And behind every stupid action or harmful word, there is a soul. It's just that that human is not very aware of that. So he's kind of walking in blindness, not knowing what he's doing and what he's creating. So let's take off those blindfolds together. Take the responsibility for ourselves and what we create together. Hold each other's hands and walk home together. Namaste. Talk with you tomorrow. Bye.